Hello, kids! Today I will tell you about a magical adventure of a brave boy, Hans. One day, Hans meets magic beans, and these beans take him to a beanstalk that extends up to the sky. So what will Hans discover in the mysterious castle in the sky? Let's discover this exciting tale together. Once upon a time, in a small village in the country, there lived a brave boy named Hans. Hans and his mother were very poor and had only one cow. This cow's name was Little White. One day, Little White stopped giving milk. Hans's mother said sadly, "Hans, the cow is very important to us. We must sell it, go to the market and get some money." Hans sadly answered his mother, "But mother, how can I sell it?" Hans set out to take the cow to market. On the way, he met a very strange-looking old man. The man said, "Good morning, young man. Where are you going?" Hans said, "I'm going to sell the cow to market. It's not giving milk anymore." The man smiled and said, "You don't have to go to market. I'll give you 5 magic beans and I'll buy this cow in return." Hans asked in surprise, "Magic beans? What's the use?" The man said, "They really are magic beans. If you plant them in the ground, you'll see something wonderful." Hans paused for a moment, then thought that it might help his mother, so he took the beans and replaced Little White with the man. He went home immediately and excitedly wanted to tell his mother what had happened. However, his mother said, "Magic beans? You gave our cow for beans? How can that help us?" and threw the beans out the window. Hans went to bed sadly. The next morning when Hans woke up, he was shocked. During the night, the beans turned into a giant bean spiral and reached up to the sky. Curious and brave, Hans decided to climb to the top of the bean. He found a big, shiny castle high up in the air. As he approached the castle, a giant woman suddenly appeared. The woman said, "Hello, little boy. What are you doing here?" Hans was a little scared, but he mustered up his courage. "I saw this bean reaching up to the sky and I wondered where it went. Can I rest for a while?" The woman took pity on Hans and said, "Come, you can rest. But be careful. My husband is a bad giant. If he finds you, he will eat you." The woman allowed Hans to hide. Shortly afterwards, the giant returned home. The ground shook as the giant entered the room. The giant sniffed and said, "Fifum, I smell human flesh." The woman said, "You are wrong, there are no children here," and calmed the giant's suspicions and prepared a large meal for him. After the meal, the giant took out a bag of gold coins and began counting them. Hans took the opportunity to grab the coins and quickly ran away towards the bean spiral. Hans made his mother very happy with the gold. However, in time the money ran out and Hans decided to climb the beanstalk again. This time, when he went to the giant's house, the woman let him in again. The giant came again and said, "Vifum, I smell a human again." But the woman put the giant's suspicions to rest and prepared food for him. This time the giant brought a hen that laid golden eggs. Hans saw his chance, took the hen, and went down the beanstalk again. Hans now lived happily with his mother, with golden eggs and other riches. But Hans' curiosity was not over. He climbed the beanstalk again, and this time he found a magic cello in the giant's house. When the giant came again, he said, "Fifum, I smell a human being." Hans took the cello and ran away while the beanstalk began to scream. The giant started to chase Hans, but Hans managed to get down quickly. Hans called to his mother, "Mother, get an axe." Mother came with the axe. Hans started to cut the beanstalk. As the beans were being cut, the giant fell into the sky and never came back. Hans and his mother lived happily ever after, with the chicken and the magic cello without any worries. Hans learned to use his courage to cope with difficulties, and nothing could upset them anymore. And so, Hans and his mother lived happily ever after. In our next video, we embark on a magical journey that will soothe babies with the melody of peace and sweet dreams. Don't miss this special lullaby experience filled with changing colours, fairy tale movements, and the enchantment of Mozart. It will be a moment to gift to your babies and yourself.